Welcome to Raise High here at GW. What a week. Triple overtime. Some people are saying one of the best games of the year in all of college. I know you came out on the short end.
Wasn't the best game for me, but it was a heck of a game.
It wasn't just it was triple OT. There were a lot of points scored, great offense, up and back. Ty, June Buchanan ties the game up in double overtime on a slip screen. There was a lot of drama, and it's sad when you lose. But somehow you turn that into a road win at VCU. Tell us about that transitioning.
Yeah, I told the team, it's really what conference play is about. The highest of highs, the lowest of lows, and certainly I don't think anybody walked out of here feeling very good on Wednesday after. By the way, you hear the guys out there working. We're still working. Doesn't matter what happens. We're out there working. But you feel bad. You maybe let one slip away. Certainly a home game in conference. Those are like gold. You need those. And then you're going on the road to one of the most difficult places to play in all of college basketball in VCU. But our guys were able to pick themselves up. I thought we had a level of urgency and focus on Thursday and Friday in terms of the game plan. And then, played very, very well on Saturday.
It wasn't just James Bishop, which is a phenomenal left-handed runner, to make that shot. The degree of difficulty. We had talked about this, Byron Kerr and I, on the air, that it's been nice to spread out the offense. You have 12 wins. The young guys are coming along. We're going to talk to June Buchanan later. Garrett Johnson, Rookie of the Weeks. We're developing guys. But you need Max and Bishop to play well in January and February. And they really did.
Yeah, they did
at VCU.
play well at VCU.
No, in other words, you can't have everybody contribute like in the conference games that are that tight and meaningful. And it's nice to see those two take
Well, it's
over.
accelerated in this environment that there are not many programs playing this many young players. And yet, I also think we have some of the best young players, in the league.
Clearly, because you have Rookie of the Year coming back and a bunch of Rookie of the Weeks. That's credit to you and the staff.
But on the other hand, you do rely on experience late in these games. And as conference play goes along, Stretch and James have been tremendous in terms of just their leadership, their calmness, their ability to sort of stay even keel as different things happen throughout the season, throughout a game. You want more older guys, certainly in the program, but I think for us, having some really talented young players has been good as well.
And it's continuity in this day and age of keeping, whether it's your staff or having Bishop and Max come back when there's Power Fives out there lurking at all times. But then having Power Five guys drop down to be here and how happy they are. Like, in other words, talk to us about that mix.
I consider what we're able to do here as good as anywhere in the country. When you think about our education, our location, the league we play in, I have a lot of faith in our staff, our ability to develop players. Obviously, the A-10's a league where you're multiple bids, you're NBA draftable players. So I don't think we're going to take a backseat to anybody as it relates to the type of experience that the player can get here.
Sure, including academically
yes.
Getting your degree. Now, you have a little time off. I caught a video. Sorry, I have to talk about this. I loved your George's Army speech.
Yeah, Kevin Burke had a great idea there just as we were getting off the bus. That maybe it'd be a good time to remind the students, I was in college. I'd like to come back a few days early, and just hang out without the pressures of the classroom. So coming back on Saturday morning or Friday night even would be a good idea.
Because we have Davidson, you have 2 home games coming up. You have 3 out of 4 at home. That's why going to VCU, to me, your biggest win of your career at VCU. St. Bonnie's last year.
The only thing that would have been better would be if you were still working at 3rd Edition and then they came back on Friday night. But
maybe I will.
I'll
support everyone at Tonic after the Davidson game if they come. But the road win, talk about the road win feeling on the bus. There's nothing like that camaraderie, big win, and now you just hustle right back for 2 hours. Talk about that.
Yeah, Zach Bovero says the chicken parm tastes a lot better after a win on the bus, and I've been fortunate having coached for many years and had some tremendous road wins.
You won at Duke?
Yeah, Duke, won at Carolina, won at Virginia, won at Louisville, won at Syracuse. So those are great feelings. But I think what's special about our group is as we're growing, those young guys got that opportunity now to get one of those under their belt. And I think what we told them afterwards is as much respect as we have for VCU and the program that they've developed over the years, over a long time, we expect to go win wherever we play in the league on the road. And so We didn't do too many crazy dances or
No,
anything like that.
it's just a feeling of we're coming back together.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong meeting parents and coaches afterwards. We are together. We're going to celebrate this win. It's nothing like watching tape. There's nothing like learning from a win,
No doubt.
as opposed to loss when you're like going back there saying like, "Why'd you do that?" Instead of, "Oh, that wasn't that bad," because you know you won.
Yeah.
It's all part of restoring the greatness here. You know, you've had NIT championships, you've had NCAA bids, you've had Coach Jarvis back, you've had all these things good happen in the past, and this is the next step to restoring all that. Carl Elliott's coming back, Hall of Fame. Did you say Worcester Academy?
He went to Worcester Academy. He's a great player. He's
despite playing for Mocha Sarah. No, we're just kidding. He's a friend of mine. He's a CBS announcer, does your games.
Yeah, I from the outer boroughs. He's from Brooklyn, you know, and then goes to Worcester Academy. He actually played with one of my former players from George Mason, Tim Burns, there.
Yes.
And you know, remember actually watching him play prep school basketball. And then when he was here, I was at George Mason, and he was just tremendous.
Yeah,
great
NCAAs for Carl Hobbs. You can come to the Hall of Fame dinner. It's great what you're doing. You're bringing people back year by year. The program's doing great. Come out to the home games. Fantastic event here.
Security. It's something we all want. Something we need to feel safe. It's everywhere we go. It's in everything we do. But the idea of safety can be overwhelming. How do you secure what you can't see? How do you secure your future? For 80 years, WAPA's Group Term Life Insurance has helped provide financial safety, security, and peace of mind to current and former civilian federal employees. To learn more, visit wapa.org.
Fantastic.
Darren Buchanan and rolls it through for an and one for June. So, Bishop with a nice pass and wide open is Darren Buchanan Jr. Pounds. Can't find anybody. Bounces it to Buchanan and he dunks it with 9/10 of a second left.
Welcome back to Raise High at GW. We have a special DC guest. Petworth area, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Deal Junior High School. Jackson Reed, formerly of Woodrow Wilson fame. You are a DC guy.
Yeah.
But you left us for a year to go to Virginia Tech.
I'm sorry.
And now you're back. This is what's great. Coach Caputo's done a good job of bringing guys back. First, it was Max from Kansas State. You have a year down at Virginia Tech, but you didn't lose any eligibility.
Yeah, no.
Tell us about like what made you come back and like why GW.
So that whole decision to come back was pretty easy. I entered the transfer portal in March, and GW is one of the first schools that reached out to me. And talking to my mom, my dad, my family, friends, I knew I wanted to come back home to be around them because we had a lot of things going on within the family. So I knew I wanted to come back, and with the real love that Coach Caputo showed me throughout the whole process, I just knew it was the right place for me. And I told him I was committing 2 days before I took my visit, so it could be a celebration.
Why aren't all recruits more like him? Put us through the torture
Yeah,
of us coaches.
so it was an easy decision, and it's paying off. So
let me ask you about the group you're with. You got, you know, Garrett's coming from Princeton. I know he had a health issue, but he's transferring back. Benny's transferring back. Maximus was someplace else. People forget Bishop started at LSU.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys chat about like how happy you are here, first of all, and how it's a different journey now?
Yeah.
It's okay to transfer.
It is. So me and Garrett spend a lot of time together. He's my roommate, like next door to me. So whenever I talk to him, like, bro, how you feel about this situation? He was like, I love it. Like he feel like he's himself again, and it's showing. He's playing very well for us. And Max don't really like talking about K-State because he say he loves it here too. So, and then JB, knowing what he did at LSU and him coming here. So it's a lot of high major guys who transfer here, and it's just happy to see how we all put it together and winning games.
Playing at home, great arena to play in,
It
but
is.
great style to play in.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about how you play point guard, small forward, center.
Yeah.
You do all
Yes,
of them.
sir.
You like handling the ball. Has that always been a skill, or has that come something that this staff's kind of found from you?
It's been a skill, I can say. In fifth grade, I was forced to play point guard by my coach, Coach Daryl Mack at Emory Rec
Sure.
Center. So he forced me to play point guard because he knew I can handle the ball and not have floor defenders guarding me, so it wouldn't be that much trouble bringing the ball up the court. So I say it was a skill that I just continually developed over the years, and now I'm here doing it on a Division I level. So.
And then you're working on your three. You had a 3 against
Yeah,
Fordham.
I am
Triple
working on the
overtime,
3.
38 points. I think 38's the most by any freshman in the country this
Yeah.
year.
It
So
feels
now you got to
good.
get 40. No, it felt unbelievable, but the win at VCU felt better.
Yeah, it did. Winning feels better. Just winning in general. I was very disappointed we lost to Fordham because I feel like we fought very hard. 3 overtimes. That's not
They
usual.
made a lot of threes.
They did, and that's on us though. We got to guard the line better. But I told the team we're in the right spot and we're heading in the right direction. So.
Oh, absolutely. You weren't here last year when they beat St. Bonaventure on the road, but last year was a growing year as everybody was the first year. This is the next step. 12 wins. Georgia's Army's been great. Tell us about your campus life. Tell us about a DC guy coming back, but yet you're down at a university. The monuments are here. In other words, it's a new world, but it's still close to your old world.
Honestly, it feels like I'm away from home. Honestly, down here it's so quiet. The people are nice.
Very happy space here.
Yeah, very happy space. So it feels good being able to know I can go home like almost every day when I want to. But I try not to go home as much so I can still get my college experience. And the people on campus have been nice. Georgia's Army, they've been great all year. And
did you see Chris Caputo's video about telling Georgia's Army to come back?
Yeah, he told us he was going to film that on the bus, and I was in the back just waving the whole time. So
it's amazing what road wins do for you.
Yeah,
road wins are different because it's just you and the team coming back.
Yep.
No, right? It's a different vibe.
It's a way different vibe. And that was my first college road win, so it felt good coming back on the bus and just being able to share that moment with the group of guys we have. It was a good thing, and we're looking forward to get plenty more. So.
Oh, you're going to, in closing, you start out like most first-year players off the bench. Tell them what it was like when your name got called to become a starter down in the Bahamas and how you've embraced being a starting. You're still a younger guy.
Yeah.
You know, it's Max, it's James, but yet tell us about your starting role. Mentality-wise, did something change or?
My mentality stayed the same. I just wanted to come in and do whatever the team needed me to do to win. So when I was coming off the bench, that was my mentality. And me starting now, it's the same mentality. I just want to win. I tell the guys all the time, like, I don't have to go score 20 points. I don't care if I score 20 points and, like, we win. Like, I just want to win. Like, I don't care about points. I don't care about rebounds. Like, I just want to win. Like, if I got to go get 50-50 balls, I'm going to go do that. If I go guard the best player, take him on the game, I'm going to go do that. So I just told the team, like, that's my mentality. On the bench, coming in the game, starting, no matter what, I just want to win.
That's why you're a great teammate. Team Durant, DC guy. June Buchanan, if you see him around campus, it's all right to call him June because he's a junior. We'll be back. We have superstar gymnast Kendall Whitman coming back here at Raise High.
Gas prices got you fuming? No need to get heated. Save time and money with Metro. Ride, save, explore. Metro.
Welcome back to Raise High at GW. You know, wintertime at GW isn't just about basketball. Tomorrow, right here at the Smith Center, GW Gymnastics takes the floor. Joining the show now, GW senior superstar gymnast, Kendall Whitman. Kendall, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Kendall, what's in store for GW Gymnastics this season?
I think a lot's in store. I think our team has a lot of goals this year. You know, coming off last season, we didn't really end the way that we wanted to. So I think this year we're super excited to get started, especially at Florida, top 10 school. So I think it's going to be a good year.
You know, when we start out at home, it's always the Lindsey Ferris invite.
Mm-hmm.
And that meet just means a little bit different, I would think. Mm-hmm. Talk about what is it like, you know, you're competing, the name and the legacy of a late alumna who still means so much to the program.
I think it means a lot to our team, as well as all the alumni. They're always giving back to our team, and it really helps support us. And I think it means a lot to everyone on the team, especially when we're competing and having all the alumni here watching us. We really try to do our best and give back to them as well.
You talked about team goals for this year. Mm-hmm. How about you, right? 2-time NCAA qualifier. Mm-hmm. I know you want to get back. What else are you looking at? In Eagle, at the NCAA national meet. What are you hoping to accomplish this season?
I have a lot of goals. I would love to make nationals. I think I've been pretty close, so I'm excited, and I really want to get a 10 on floor. I've been super close to that as well. So I think I can definitely accomplish that this year, and just being consistent throughout the season and helping my team in any way I can is really all my goals.
So the 2 times that you went to nationals, you qualified on the floor, but you have a vault
Yes.
named after you.
Mhm.
How does that work? How does one get a vault named after them?
So I actually got it named after me in high school. I think I was in 10th grade, and if you compete at scale at nationals for the first time, and you land it, you get it named after you. So since I was the first one to ever compete it, yeah, I got it named after me. So
Do you see people doing the Whitman?
I've seen like easier versions of it done, not exactly my I do like a pike half, which is a little higher start value. I haven't seen anyone do it with that ending off the table, but I've seen just regular flips out of my vault entry. So I think in the future more might come.
You know, when I just said it there, it kind of sounded like a TikTok dance almost, the Whitman.
Yeah.
Could you, I want to actually, that leads me, I want to talk about NIL, right? We talk about influencers. Now, with your name, image, and likeness, you're making moves. You're charitable with it. You have a signature Leo, right? Tell us about NIL, what you're doing with that. Can you be an influencer? Can you make the Whitman into something?
Yeah, it's really exciting that they opened that opportunity for us. It actually started my freshman year, so I think it was a great timing. And ever since then, I've been working reaching out to brands and stuff or different companies. But the Leo has been the most exciting for me. Just seeing so many little gymnasts buying my Leo and wearing my name. It's really cool to see, and how much people support me and are willing to buy my Leo in the first place. It's awesome to see, especially when they're posting pictures on Instagram with it. It's pretty cool.
It's legacy leaving that you see younger gymnasts coming up. When we look across the NCAA landscape, one of the sports just booming, all-time popularity is women's college gymnastics. How do you feel just being a part of something that's just on a meteoric rise?
It's amazing. I think just how much it's growing is also great. There's so many big names in the sport, and people like Livy Dunn, she's drawing so much attention to our sport, and it's awesome because I think it just brings so much more energy, especially at our meets. We have so many people supporting us, and it really makes it more enjoyable for us as well, just seeing how many people are out there cheering us on. It's really getting more and more popular, and I love it. So
what's next for you? You talked about when you were a freshman, and we've seen your growth here. Senior season, I know you don't want to look too far ahead, but give us a peek. What does the future have in store for Kendall Whitman?
I think mainly I'm just really excited for my senior year. I think it's going to be my best year. I'm really excited for this team. I think it's awesome because we have a lot of freshmen who are really digging deep this year, and they're going to do super well for us, so that's exciting. And I think next year, I'm just considering maybe taking my 5th year because I do have that extra year of eligibility because of COVID, so that might be in my future. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm excited to see what's to come.
Well, we'll hope to have you back.
Thank you.
Thanks to Kendall Whitman for joining us. We'll be right back here with head women's basketball coach, Carolyn McCombs.
Raise high. This isn't just our battle cry, it's our call, our challenge. Because when you were called to Washington, you were called to higher expectations, to a higher standard. We are called here to advance knowledge, to serve society, to change the world. This is the George Washington University, and what we make is history. So stand up, be bold, take risks, press on, push harder, raise high.
Welcome back to Raise High at GW on Monumental Sports Network. Joining us now, 3rd-year bench boss of the GW Revs women's basketball team, Carolyn McCombs. Coach, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Coach, maybe not the way that we wanted to start out A10 play, but can you look at it 2 different ways? You got to go tough game against Richmond, but you see a team that's going to be right there at the end. Difficult road environment playing against St. Joe's. So right off the bat, you're seeing 2 teams, you know they're going to be there in the end. They're kind of setting that stage for this is what the A10 is going to be like this year, and you better come every game.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a chance to play at Richmond last year, went down to the wire, kind of very similar to this year's game. Could have gone either way. I think a lot of learning lessons from that game, trying to, wrap up those games that are really close. And then, St. Joe's, the third quarter, they just really took over. I thought we were going head to head for those first 2 quarters. And then, kind of midway through that third quarter, they just put their foot on the gas a little too much for us, and we couldn't respond there in the fourth. So definitely 2 good opponents. I think the A-10's really balanced, and it's competitive this year. I'm excited about it.
You look at that St. Joe's game, the way that Nyalak starts out. We've talked about who she is and the remarkable journey she's had, but as a player, she comes out on fire. What kind of assurances or liberties does she give you as a coach, knowing you have that instant offense with her? She can just turn it on in a heartbeat like
Naya's been terrific. She's grown tremendously as a third-year player for us. She knows what we're looking for. She knows how to make the reads, within our offense. Obviously, when she's shooting the ball well, that always helps out. But she's a very good athlete, can get to the rim on just about anybody. So yeah, she has a lot of freedom there to make those plays, and when she's making them, we're really good.
You've got a great line. Our defense will tell us if we won. Our offense will tell us by how much. At this point in the season, what do you see further along? Defense or offense? How do you look at that?
Yeah, I think our defense has been pretty consistent, throughout the season. I think we haven't been able to put the ball in the basket the way that we want to, so we're working on that every day. We've seen a lot of different things from our opponents, man, zone defenses, so just kind of adjusting to those things. But bottom line, you got to make your layups, you got to make your open threes, and you got to make your free throws.
When you talk about different things from opponents, you've also seen different things yourselves. You go through a whole non-conference schedule where you don't know who necessarily is going to be in and out of the lineup, the adjustments that requires. Now you're in conference play, you have everybody back. Is that another adjustment then, going from having to adjust, now you've got your group, maybe adjusting back to the group that you thought you had, but you haven't had to this point?
Yeah, it's been a very different kind of a season for us, non-conference wise, just not having everybody available, for every game. Really American, we had everybody, and then we head into Richmond, and that's the second opportunity we had with a full lineup, and so full roster. Now it's getting that chemistry together and playing with each other, because they haven't practiced together a whole lot. So really, those opportunities, they're happening in games. We need to keep having good practices to string that along.
Shifting to look globally at the game, right now, it's just better than ever, coast to coast. Obviously, it starts with Caitlin Clark and what she's doing in Iowa, but with Juju Watkins at USC and what she's done as a first year, just historic things. Paige Becker's back with a vengeance at UConn. Do you have the opportunity to step back and just watch the game at a fan at all and just enjoy? This is basketball at its finest.
Yeah, I definitely love watching games. I think I was able to take a sneak peek at that Iowa-Michigan State game the other night when Caitlin hit that shot. And so, yeah, it's fun to watch, from a fan. You're always learning, watching those games, strategies, as well as a coach. So it's definitely fun.
Speaking of some of the greats, February 9th, we're inducting Jonquel Jones in the Hall of Fame. How excited is it for you, for your team, to just see WNBA MVP coming back here, just reaching the pinnacle of what a student athlete comes to GW to accomplish?
Yeah, it's like I tell our team, she walked in your shoes. She came to the Smith Center, she practiced every day. So anything's possible being a student athlete at George Washington. We are excited to have her back, honored, and just, want her to have a tremendous experience when she's here.
It's going to be quite a night.
Definitely.
That's a wrap for another edition of Raise High at GW. For Carolyn McCombs, Kendall Whitman, Chris Caputo, Jimmy Patsos, and Darren Buchanan, we'll see you right back here on Monumental Sports Network at 2 o'clock when GW men's basketball takes on Davidson. We'll see you soon.
Security. It's something we all want. Something we need to feel safe. It's everywhere we go. It's in everything we do. But the idea of safety can be overwhelming. How do you secure what you can't see? How do you secure your future? For 80 years, WAEPA's group term life insurance has helped provide financial safety, security, and peace of mind to current and former civilian federal employees. To learn more, visit WAEPA.org.
Make your trip monumental. Sightsee through DC without overspending on gas and ride shares. Experience DC the local way. Ride, save, explore. Metro.